Welcome to the Mind and Body Shop. This is Alfredo Zapata, and today episode we're gonna talk about all gas, no brakes. And some people they might say, "Well, Alfredo, what are you talking about? All gas, no brakes?" And yeah, I'm gonna start with this phrase because I think it has a lot of meaning in terms of health and mind and body. And I think it's something that I was just reading. A friend of mine got this got email he sent out, and I wanna read it to you, and then we're gonna get into the show because I think it has a lot to do, like what I said, with the mind and the body and how we view ourselves in that particular area. Okay, well, it says like this. Last night, my son, 12-year-old, he had a football game. There was about 30 seconds left, and he was playing linebacker on defense. The running back broke through and started flying down the sideline. The kid was fast, really fast, heading right towards the end zone. And Jake, which is his name, saw him and sprinted after him with everything he got. He never stopped, never gave up, and never slowed down. So Jack's teammate, the safety, was also chasing him down. And just a few yards from the goal line, the safety made the opponent change direction slightly, while Jack made the touchdown saving tackle from behind at, as time expired. So, what do you think? It was kind of like a little part of a movie like those, you know, kids movies where there is a football game or something, and the last minute someone really put their effort because they get in their mind, like in the movies, they put like a flashback of something that they did and they got motivated and they put their best effort. And I think sometimes we forget about it because we stop dreaming like a child. And in the Bible, if you guys read the Bible, it talks about the childlike heart that doesn't have malice, doesn't have any limitations. That growing up, sometimes we get into our minds and we start getting kind of with different ideas that things are not possible, or the things are the way they are and there is no way to change it. But in this case, talking about all gas, no brakes, that was his ammunition. Later on, he talked about on this email that he asked him, "How do you get that energy to do it, son?" And he said, "Well, it's because I believe that all gas, no brakes, and that's what I thought, and I went for it." So my question is to you: what does this have to do with your body or your mind or your health when you're about to do something for for your health, for your body? What does that mean? Well, what I got out of this email that he wrote about the son who did this thing is that oftentimes we kind of procrastinate, and sometimes we kind of deviate ourselves from the actual meaning of doubt. In other words, the body, the mind and the body have to be connected. But when we have to do something for it, we have to do it all in. We have to get all the excuses, no hesitation, out of the out of the game. The game of life, because that it could be like I said in some movies. You see the ending like almost last minute, and someone does something great, and they're able to win, or they're able to save somebody. But I think that effort, that last push, sometimes we miss it because we get with emotions, we get into the routine, and we don't really think about those important moments. The Nothing else can be more impactful than when we start thinking about things that we did that we didn't think were possible. Well, but we push anyway. And this kid is 12 years old, but just imagine someone who have that kind of mindset, you know, and he believed in that particular phrase that he accommodate this way, but really fits with when we do something, we gotta do it all in. And we cannot be just like, oh well, I don't know, maybe, and you know what? It's raining outside. I just recovered from an injury from COVID or something. So the excuses are something that I call like a disease, because it start going into our brain, and we believe that lie. And those are the lies that we continue to repeat to ourselves. So we believe those lies, and we actually know going all gas and no brakes, because we're afraid either of the process, or we are afraid of what if we fail. So we start projecting negative outcomes when we haven't even started putting the effort to work. And in my case, when I was growing up, at some points I felt like, giving up, like, running or playing or doing something, like, especially in math. I wasn't pretty good, but my uncle was pretty handy to help me because he was a banker. So he will take me to the office, and he will put some equations there for me to do and things. And he was able to give me that coaching that I need, because I was pretty bad. And I'm not that good now, but I have a calculator. But anyway, he was able to take those excuses away from me and give me that shelter for me to believe in myself and to put my effort in it. And then later on, like this kid, I was able to do great things that probably I didn't think that I can do. And I was able to put the all in, the whole gas in the accelerator, and did it anyway. I remember when I was doing Shotokan karate around the same age, probably 12, 13. And this professor was teaching us different modalities of conditioning ourselves. And it was in a traditional Japanese way, which was great. And one of the exercise was for one of the guys to stand about 20 feet apart, bend it, just with the head bend it, just facing the windows, and we will just see his back, and his head was just bended, and we're supposed to run and jump over, no split with our legs, but just jumping like a rabbit on top of the guy. And he was a kind of short guy in a way, for his he was an adult, but he was able to do it like a butterfly, like just going so smooth over. And it looked like those superhero movies. He will fly over and land on the other side. So we start training and kind of doing it in a different way. The guy will kneel down and we're able to do it. And then he raised it to the way we're supposed to do it because he did the first example, which was real hard to do it. But after several laps that we start practicing, it was amazing how that confidence gave me and gave to all the guys in the class the ability to believe it was possible to do that. So we put all gas, no brakes, because if you put a brake when you're about to jump over somebody, you will trip on the person and you will end up falling and I don't know, getting injury or something. But anyway, I think that was a great example, to talk about when we are looking to better our health, mind and body, because otherwise we're going to be in a way very much with the same patterns that a lot of people let go of their health, mental and physical, and decay alive. And that's very sad. That's why some of the illnesses become chronic and really hard to get out of because of that particular uh, passion, that full gear to go into these type of situations, and especially when there is something serious. And sometimes it could be outside. It could be sometimes people make negative comments even on social media. Like people feel betrayed by the friends because they're making fun of a picture. Then they put and they look out of shape, or they type something and people don't agree with it and they start making hate comments. Or if someone has a health challenge, or even people near to us say something negative, and we start feeling bad. We start kind of with a lot of thoughts in our minds if that is true or not. We go into the mirror and we start critique ourselves, but in the derogatory way, because a lot of people done that. I done that when I was growing up, and saying, well, I'm not fit, I'm not tall, I'm not good looking, and things like that. And then when I start doing exercise, I start kind of getting more detail into my physique. But I was already working on something, which was different approach to that particular critique. But sometimes it's you're running with the idea and you're thinking about doing something, but you're doubtful, you're afraid of those particular outcomes, and then you start realizing that maybe that's not a good idea, and then end up going a week, a month, a year, a few years, and you haven't taken care of that particular issue. And I'm talking about health, just simple things. Like maybe changing your shoes. That you're maybe a runner or you walk, and those shoes start already getting a lot of miles. They start getting worn out, and you haven't changed them, and that start causing you problems. Lower back, knees, shoulders. I mean, ankles, and then you start saying, "Oh, feel stressed out because I walk so much." Yeah, but look at your shoes. Have you changed them? Are those shoes the right shoes for you? Maybe not. Maybe they're already worn out. Maybe you need to change it because you have, maybe overweight, or maybe you have an injury and the way you walk is not correct. So that right there is something simple, but because you don't put all gas, no brakes, you let it go. You let it go, and then you stop doing something. And I really feel sometimes very discouraged with some people, because we set up the plan, we do the evaluation, we do the particular adjustments for their lifestyle so they can improve their lives, and some people they have a hard time. And obviously, I pre-qualify people that I work with to help them so they can see tangible results. So in this case, as you listen here or you're watching, I want to encourage you to actually put that particular moment of your day and think about it. Because even top athletes, I was fortunate to work with some professional boxers here in Mexico, and I was able to get to know his their life and different habits they had, different things. Even though I wasn't the medical doctor, but I was the one in charge of looking at what they eat, what the performance should be, the movements doing the different conditioning exercise to obviously improve in their game in their fight. But it was very sometimes very difficult to not to get emotional. I'm talking about getting upset because someone who's a professional athlete and is now listening and doing the recommendation of the coach, of the expert, of the people who are watching that that person is in the best shape so they can perform an incredible way and obviously win the fight. It was kind of nerve wracking sometimes because it was kind of like I feel like a babysitter. I feel like come on, you're an adult. Why do I need to keep pushing you and giving you kind of like the spoon fed and saying, come on, here's the plane, open your mouth and eat this or do this, because it was difficult and it was basically mindset of not having the sometimes the courage to overcome something. There was just a small pebble in their path because they already traveled several years to get there where they are. And in correlation to a human, to an adult, we are either early early adult age or middle age or older senior, and we still have some fears, some fears about going all in, all gas no brakes, in making some changes that could be so simple, but we believe in our minds that lie that it's not possible. Like I was just talking to this friend of mine about the number. The age is just a number. In fact, she has this program for people over 50 in terms of shifting the mindset. And I was just explaining my program to her and say, you know, I'm almost 60 and I feel like a 25-year-old with the experience of someone older. But that incredible joy that I have to live and to do great things and to share with others is incredible because I still learning by using what I've learned to really have in my mind, in my lifestyle, the importance of taking care of my health. On my mind, what I think, what I do to preserve and to improve my way of living. And someone was saying um, about the program, health program they're doing, and it's someone younger. And I say, well, it's because if you don't learn how to adapt to the life, to the years that you're living, you're gonna think that you can do the same thing you did when you were 20 or when you were 30 if you're older. But again, it's just a mindset that when you are really putting the effort, and I think you just wanna kind of go back to this email when this guy make the sudden shift because he thought about all gas, no brakes, and he put the sprint. I'm talking about the sprint in terms of stopping the negative and putting the action on something, confronting that fear with confidence and not to be expecting something in particular, just doing it. Because sometimes people think about the future, meaning the outcome, and they don't do it. And that really breaks the whole infusion of energy and motivation that they can get from something like what I'm speaking to you. But sometimes they will say, "Oh yeah, Alfredo, I feel good. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I know what to do, but I haven't been able to do it. I haven't get around." Some people say, "I haven't get around, and I ain't have time to eat, or I ain't have time to do the exercise, or I ain't have the time to take my supplement or my medicine if I have some problem that I need some meds." But I ask him, so how much are you committed to get these things done, to really get the result that you're looking for? How much commitment? And I think when you do this introspection and you look at how you've been doing in taking care of your health, it only plays something very simple. The this quote that says, only play the game if you're committed to going all out. You have to give 100% effort when you're on the field, meaning in life. You gotta sprint when you need to sprint, and you have to no stop unless you drink some water or whatever, meaning that you have to put the effort, obviously, with your common sense of taking care of your life in general, but not just jogging, not just walking, because some people are just walking dead, like that show. They walking just dead because they do things automatically, like a zombie, and they're not putting their effort. But they say, Alfredo, but I'm sick, I'm just recovering, or I'm older, or I'm overweight, or I'm just younger, or I had this problem and you don't understand. And I said, you can give all you got, 100% of whatever you got, because it's not a matter of you have to have all your tank full with gasoline to push the gas pedal. Obviously, you turn the engine and then you press the gas pedal so you can go. Even if you go for like a half a block, but you give all you got, you're 100%. Even if it is a 10% or 5% of that 100%, it will be better than if you don't do anything. And I think sometimes we kind of complicate things because we don't believe that. And, I'm here to tell you that it is possible. I've seen it in many people. And this particular email that this guy wrote about his son, it really refreshes me so much. And that's why I said I need to speak here at the Mind and Body Shop about that particular way of looking to be healthy, mind and body. So, All Gas, No Breaks is the title of this show. And I encourage you to continue tuning in to share this podcast. We're in different platforms now, and I would love for you to comment, to send me a DM at Alfredo Zapata Coach on Instagram. And until next week, stay safe, but remember, all gas, no brakes, and put your best effort to live your life happy and connecting mind and body. So this is for today, and thank you for tuning in. Alfredo Zapata say, have a good day. Bye bye.